Skateboarding and the city of Vancouver have maintained a long-standing love-hate relationship. After the emergence of professional skateboarding in California in the 70s, the sport began to spread up north in Vancouver. However, it was the 1990s that truly earned Vancouver recognition as a world-renowned skating hotspot. As the city underwent major urban development, the city was inadvertently transformed into a skateboarder's dream world. Smooth marble architecture and plazas were overly abundant as city planners aimed for a modern aesthetic. However, they were unaware that this design style would attract skateboarders from all over the world, looking to film their next big clip from Marble City. If you ask any Vancouver skater who was in the scene from 1993 to 97, they will tell you that that was the golden age for Vancouver skateboarding. The perfectly smooth marble ledges, plentiful handrails, and slanted landscape turned Vancouver streets into an infinite concrete playground. Unfortunately, Vancouver's heyday as a street skating mecca was short-lived. After a tumultuous and sometimes violent relationship between skateboarders, pedestrians, security guards, and police, the city decided it had to do something to get skateboarding off of the streets of Vancouver. Today, if you go for a walk around downtown Vancouver, it's impossible not to notice all of the raised metal lumps on nearly every ledge and handrail. To your average pedestrian, these might seem random, but if you ask a skateboarder what's up with these metal bumps, they'll refer to them as grind blockers. In the late 90s, the city went to great lengths to ensure every famous ledge and rail in Vancouver was capped off, leaving it unskateable. Police and security enforcements were also greatly increased, sometimes resulting in more violent altercations between skateboarders and enforcement officers. The infamous Red Dragon crew are perhaps the most well-known for such anti-authoritarian attitudes resulting in violence. With the downtown streets of Vancouver rendered nearly unskateable, the city became less of a worldwide destination for pro skaters. However, that didn't stop the locals from doing what they love in their hometown. Some dedicated street skaters took it upon themselves to invest in power tools and remove the grind blockers, while others simply found more creative ways to skate, often in areas that were previously overlooked. There are still many great street spots in Vancouver, they're just much more hidden. However, street skating has declined in Vancouver since those 1990s glory days. Today, many skaters spend their time in the many skate parks around the city. Perhaps the most well-known skate park in Vancouver is the Vancouver Skate Plaza, or simply Plaza to locals. Located downtown under the Georgia Street and Dunsmuir viaducts, this is where you'll find the heaviest hitters in Vancouver throwing down. Built in 2004, the park was seen as a compromise between city officials and skaters, as it was designed with the goal of keeping them off the streets and sidewalks. Located half a block from Main and Hastings is another place where you can catch some of the best transition skaters in the city at Smiling Buddha Cabaret. Being the only indoor ramp in Vancouver's ever-so-damp climate makes SBC the perfect location for anyone wanting to skate year-round. Further out of the city and into Burnaby is the famous Bonzer Park and its massive full-pipe Bonzer Pipeline. China Creek is a small yet endearing park near Commercial and Broadway where locals often spend all day skating the one steep but small bowl and the more mellow tub to the left. Right on the North Shore's waterfront, the recently renovated Ambleside Skate Park has a similar vibe to the world-famous Venice Beach Skate Park. Look out for the DIY beachside BYOB barbecues in the summer. The most sentimental skate park in Vancouver has to be Leaside. Named after the late artist and skateboarder Lee Matassi, this DIY park located under the Cassier Connector was constructed entirely by local skaters out of love and respect for their late friend. These are only a handful of the skate parks in Vancouver, but needless to say, skateboarding is still evolving and flourishing in the city, even if it wasn't what it used to be back in the glory days of the 90s.